Hey there. Welcome to what will hopefully be a short video about our grading in this course. Obviously, we're in week 3, so you've seen some grading, and I just wanted to sort of reinforce some of the stuff we went through during orientation and also give you a heads up on a new type of assignment that you're going to be seeing coming up soon. So, welcome to our homepage. This is the student view, like fake student view of the homepage. It should look similar to what you get when you log in. Hopefully your to-do list is a little shorter than this fake student's. But anyway, you should know to go to grades if you want to look and see how you're doing so far. Once you're in this view, you'll see the list of assignments, all the assignments that have been published thus far, the total points they're worth, and the points that you earned on that assignment. And then at the bottom, of course, you'll see your total grade. So if you want more information, which I hope you do, you're going to click on the assignment, and you'll see your submission if there is one, and you can and any comments that maybe I've made. But then more specifically and sort of more importantly is the rubric. So this is obviously where the criteria for the assignment are, the outcomes that we're looking at. And some specific feedback, if that's given, will be here, as well as your points on the rubric or on that particular outcome. I just want to spend a minute talking about, reminding you about the difference between these points and these points. The grade is a holistic entity that's based off of and informed by how you did on all of the outcomes, but it's not going to necessarily directly translate where you got a certain number of points here versus a certain grade here. That's because this grade is informed by a lot of things: the size of the assignment, how these are weighted differently on the assignment, and so it's not a direct translate of the points in the rubric. Instead, you can see the points in the rubric as performance levels, how well you're doing on this particular outcome. So our threshold 4.5, that means if you get a 4.5 out of 5, you're right on track, you're doing great. If you get a 5, you're blowing it out of the water. If you get a 4 or 3.5 or 3, that means you have some work to do, and you should have some feedback here about specific things you can do in order to improve your performance on that. So again, these points are more like performance levels, whereas this is your grade. And for the assignments we've had so far, we've just had, they've been standard types of assignments where we're going to add up all the points you've gotten, divide them by the number of points that have been available, and that will be your grade. That's where this 91% comes from. You can see the points here. However, there's two other, but they're very similar type of assignment that you'll be seeing in your grade book, and those are starting to come up. We call these competency assignments. So from the modules view, you're going to come here and you're going to see that there's actually now a module called competency assignment. And there's 4 here. They're all due October 25th. That does not mean you're going to have a bunch of stuff due October 25th. That's the end of our grading period 1, though, GP1. So basically, you see 4 different assignments here. 2 of them are named after 2 of our GOA core competencies, and 2 of them are named after our course competencies, the 2 course competencies we'll be looking at this term. So basically, they're 10-point assignments. They will go into your average, but they are not the same type of assignments. You're going to get a continual grade on these. The first time you're going to see these in your grade book is next week. So how are these different? They are not associated with any specific tasks. Instead, they are a general comment on your performance on those specific competencies thus far. So we're looking at collaboration and curating and creating content. Those are the 2 GOA competencies we're going to be focusing on, and then there's 2 course-specific ones. So basically, starting next week, you'll be getting a grade on these 3 competencies out of 10. That grade will change as you progress in that competency, or, God forbid, you digress in that competency. This out of 10 will change. You'll have several opportunities to change this grade, And it'll be based off of your general performance on that competency and your reflections that you've given me in class assignments. So as this comes up, I think it'll become more obvious and you'll be able to see what I mean a little bit more as you get your first assignment. But just do know, this grade is one where we take the most recent evidence. That's what goes into this final points. It's not going to be something that adds up over time. Hopefully that didn't just confuse you even more. It may have. Please let me know if it did. Otherwise, keep on doing what you're doing. We're having a great semester so far. And yeah, just send me any messages and twist. Thanks. Bye-bye.